Rights activist and lawyer Chukwudi Ezeobika has faulted Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun, warning that Nigeria is drifting towards state collapse following the brutal assault of National Youth Service Corps member in Anambra State, including Miss Jennifer Edema Elohor. Ezeobika said the incident revealed a frightening collapse of control in Nigeria's security system, accusing police authorities of abandoning their constitutional mandate to vigilante groups controlled by state governors. Vigilantes have become oppressive tools, spreading small arms, extorting citizens, and trampling rights. Their existence is unconstitutional and dangerous to democracy, he declared. He linked unchecked vigilante operations to increased arms proliferation, rights abuses, and routine extortion. He cited recent cases including the assault of an Ibom Air passenger in Lagos and the Abuja airport hostage drama involving musician Wasiu Ayinde as proof of lawlessness. What we are witnessing in Nigeria is Nigeria drifting towards Libya-style disorder where paramilitary groups dictate control, he warned. Ezeobika lamented that illegal checkpoints, jungle justice, and rampant kidnappings show the police have been overwhelmed, leaving citizens vulnerable. He urged the judiciary to halt unlawful detentions and safeguard constitutional rights under Sections 33 to 41. To rebuild confidence, he demanded urgent police reforms, including new recruitment, withdrawal of officers from private guard duties, and redeployment to communities battling insecurity. Rights abuses have become Nigeria's ugly face before the world. If police cannot protect liberty, democracy itself is in danger, he said. Now, my question is, when should we say that these vigilantes are doing too much? Because apparently in this video that went viral online, they actually did too much. We may not have seen what happened prior to that time, but that was very unlawful and unnecessary. What do you make of this story?
I mean, the lawyer that made this statement is not completely wrong, given that after watching the video myself, if I would say, I wasn't completely surprised because that is a culture, a way of life when it comes to the way security officials or paramilitary or military officials behave in this country. You know, once they are being given such positions and duties, if I may say so, they feel powerful. I want to think that that's what they're thinking. They feel powerful and they feel that they can just rough handle and manhandle citizens because they have been given a position to uphold. And it's just, like I say, it's just a way of life in this country that these people do not understand that when you are in such positions, even our leaders at large, speaking extensively, you are supposed to serve individuals. I mean, even criminals. Why do I say so? Even a criminal has rights, right? That's why when you are apprehending these people, you are not supposed to rough handle them, except in some situations, definitely, where there is kind of exchange of aggression or firearms in any case. But when someone, the civilian, that this person does not even have the capability or ability to
harm or hurt you,
to retaliate, right, or to react to your pressure, that's where you see them oppressing and rough handling people. I mean, look at that video of the NYC student, and that's what this lawyer is trying to say. Things are just going wrong. In Anambra, you have people being kidnapped and killed. In Benue, you have people being killed in their houses, burnt down. If you begin to count, currently we don't even get the statistics anymore because now it's not a surprising thing. If something happens in Benue, it's almost like normal, right? Something happens in Anambra currently, it's almost like, oh, why? It's a normal thing, and that's what he's trying to say. we need to take ourselves seriously. We need to take security seriously. Now, the whole idea of vigilante, I've always said it on the show. I'm in support of it, but the way, like I've also said, in our previous report today, the way we do things is what will determine how this thing will work for us. Because at the end of the day, it becomes even makes the situation worse. Already, our policemen are not doing great jobs, or are not doing great jobs, and now we have the vigilantes, doing the same thing. What I expect from the government, or our leaders to do, is to ensure there is some sort of synergy between all of these bodies, the police, the military, and whatnot, the vigilantes, in the long run. But when this topic comes up, in most cases, you find out that some people make it sound like it's like these vigilantes or these communities are not part of Nigeria. That is because they don't even understand the concept, or we don't have an idea of how we want to build this thing. Back in school, when I was taking my master's degree, we had a course around war and military and all of that. One of my lecturers then made statements such as, back when before colonization and whatnot, we were existing, right? We had a system of government, if I may say that. We had hierarchies, we had security men back then, and for people who are been in that era, much more longer than us, would say it was peaceful. So why is it that now that we have security, both the Western security staff, we are getting it wrong? Because then, worst case scenario, if something happens in the east, you either go and face Amadi, or in the west, you go to Shango, and maximum of 7 days, judgment would have been passed. I'm talking about in some cases, maybe there is a kidnapping here and there, or there is someone stole this or that, or a leader is being corrupt. So the man was, this is a very learned professor, if I'm supposed to, but it was like, he even preferred if you go back to them, because now it's just a waste of time. Yeah, he made one important fact, which is that we are doing too much in Nigeria and most of African societies. We are doing too much of copy and pasting, right? When I say copy and pasting, we are trying to emulate everything that is going on in the West into what we have in our own society, right? And we forget that we are completely different in terms of, foundationally, we are completely different. Imagine, look at Nigeria, for example, that has hundreds of tribes, right? Thousands of dialects, different people, different environments, different mentalities, right? The fact remains that in as much as these things work in the West, they might not work for us. So I expect that what we should do as a sovereign state with sensible leaders is to sit down and analyze, okay, we are unique, we are different, but we are all together, right? We are one Nigeria. What can we do to ensure security? Okay, in as much as this is going on in the West, we might be able to take a pinch of this, then add a little of our own style, that's unique to us and that can help and work for us. But the moment we start incorporating things that are not, now the idea of community policing, it happens in the West, but here, how do we make it work for us? Especially when our usual policemen and police departments are not operating well.
Exactly.
What I would suggest, because our time is well, is that we should try to synergize these things. Now, fine, it's community policing, but everything can still be under the police. I know it sounds like a broad thing, but I don't think it's impossible. Enrollments to come under the police. Of course, prior to all of these things, the police itself needs to be much more sophisticated than what we have now. We should be much more sophisticated enough to be able to train hundreds, if not millions of officials. Then when you train them in their various communities, they can reach back to you with reports, and then you can now probably, assign them into the community policing officially. And that
Exactly.
the reason why these trainings are important is during these trainings they know how to handle situations and how to do their jobs. Because you just find out that some of these people are just youths that they just gather them together and say, okay, you guys are going to be vigilantes or community policemen for this society. And
Yeah.
that's why you see them doing all of these things, because they do not have training, they do not understand what it means to truly, save lives and properties. All they know is to grab firearms and oppress people here and
Mm.
there, and that's why we have these things going on in our country. Insecurity is the order of the day, and
Exactly.
that comes with the fact that the foundation of our security systems is already falling apart.
Thank you.